Travel tubers, signing out.
Quarantine content from us.
Some people's version of travelling.
Hi guys, welcome back to We Film Things. I'm Eliska.
I'm Jack.
We're normally a travel channel, but like many of you, we are stuck at home at the moment. So we thought we'd make a video about 20 things that you can do if, like us, you're a traveler stuck indoors and you're trying to cure that wanderlust.
First one is to buy and read travel magazines. We've got a particular favourite at the moment, which is Another Escape, and it's a really good way to dream your way out of whatever you're stuck.
And also a great way to support magazines at the moment. So the next one is travel films.
Films that we love are Everest, The Motorcycle Diaries.
I loved Free Solo. Dawn Wall is also really good. Yeah, Jack's acting it out now. Vertical Limits.
So bad it's good.
I remember watching that in the cinema and thinking it was the most
You saw
terrifying
Vertical
thing.
Limit in the cinema. You can't have been allowed.
It always gets us in the mood for a mountain adventure.
Number 3, read an adventure book. They're very similar to the film list, weirdly enough, because great books often make great films. My personal favourite would be Into Thin Air. Any climbing books, Touching the Void, also a great travel film by Joe Simpson, The Beckoning Silence by Joe Simpson, or the seminal classic, The White Spider.
Number 4, go through your travel photos and maybe select ones to print. We always say we don't print enough of our photos. We take so many photos. We throw a few on Instagram and we never ever print them. We really want to change that.
I'm particularly thinking about a photo of James Grant and I in America. That photo's got to be front and centre.
I love that you want the front and centre photos of you and James Grant.
That is a good thing to come out of quarantine with though, a photo wall. Number 5 is get into some travel tubers. YouTubers.
Travel tubers.
The TT. This could be a new thing. 3, 2, 1. Travel tubers.
I have to take this one away because I definitely watch more YouTube than Jack does. But my absolute favourite YouTube channel of all time is Sailing La Vagabond. Elena and Riley and their baby Lenny on a sailboat travelling the world.
Travel tube.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Okay.
Obstacle course. This is a great way to turn your home into your very own travel destination. Just build an obstacle course from the things you've got around your home. It may sound stupid, but it is wildly entertaining for at least an afternoon.
For at least the other people who are going to watch you do it. I actually got this idea because I saw quite a few hilarious ones on Instagram.
And also, it's a good way actually to test your gear. Maybe actually let's change number 6. Do the obstacle course and test your gear at the same time.
Right.
It's all about those marginal gains, guys.
So number 7 is plan your next adventure. When this thing is over, then you're allowed to like get in your car, get on your bike. Where's the first place that you're gonna go? Plan it down to the minute, from what you're gonna eat for breakfast to what you're gonna do at 3 p.m. every day. That's something concrete that can be the light at the end of the tunnel.
Pro travel tube tip.
God, I can't believe this has become a thing.
You don't actually have to plan everything down to the minute. That's just some people's version of traveling.
I like
You can keep it free and breezy. Number 8 is you plan your next trip, but what about the dream trip? I'm talking about the big grand fromage type of trip here. This is the big one that you've been looking forward to. It's the big one you've been looking forward to, the grand voyage, if you will.
Not fromage.
Voyage, did they get that?
Yeah,
That's
that
correct.
was right.
Okay.
Not the big cheese.
So for me, I would love to do the Ho Chi Minh Trail on motorbike, for example. I'd love to go to Greenland to see the narwhals coming through the ice. I'd love to go to Africa to see the Great Migration. Those are my big 3.
So Jack and I used to do this a lot when we were at uni. We were broke students. We used to like plan our road trips on Google Maps and like plan a dream road trip across America. We put in exactly like the pit stops that we would make. We managed to realize that trip. Once we'd saved up some money and we had jobs, and it's just so rewarding when you've like planned a dream trip and then somewhere down the line you actually managed to do it. So number 9, make a video. You might not be a travel tuber, but I'm sure you've got clips on your phone of like your last adventure and you never do anything with those videos. So why not make a couple-minute video that has like some funny moments, things that are really memorable for your family or the people you were traveling with to enjoy.
Send it to your grandma. Okay, halfway through the list is number 10. And number 10 is, of course, you gotta look after the temple, you gotta stay fit, because once lockdown is over, you're gonna run straight outside, and if you haven't been staying fit, you're gonna be out of breath, people are gonna be laughing at you, it's gonna be horrible.
Look at us. We're so hench, it's not even funny. Like
The Rock would be proud of these bods. Oh yeah, but you gotta stay fit at home. In the confines of your home, you gotta turn this into an iron paradise, a gym. Guys, it's time for a Zoom call.
Okay, bye.
I'm sure this is what's happening to you all the time too. We're back, and number 11 is take part in a challenge. If you're one that likes a good challenge, you can still take one up well under quarantine. We haven't done any of them yet, but maybe later on. We've been following a guy, for example, who has climbed to Everest Base Camp, climbed Snowdon, all in his house. Oh, can you believe that? All you need is a set of stairs. You can climb.
Exactly like going to base camp.
There's real challenges you can still do at home, and actually it just injects a little bit of fun, meaning, and exercise into your everyday day. I'm also just gonna do number 12 while we're at it, because I am the resident gamer in the house. You can transport yourself away through virtual reality too. Just turn on your Xbox, PC, whatever you've got, and get gaming, because there are some great games out there with amazing landscapes to go and explore. I'm thinking particularly of Infinity Sky, for example, where you can explore infinite worlds literally in space. It's a cool place to be.
Number 13, take photos in your own home. So one of the things that we love the most about traveling is that we get to take lots of photos, videos. We love the visual aspect of it. Constraint breeds creativity, or so I've read somewhere on like Pinterest or something. Basically, if you set yourself a challenge of getting a nice photo in your own home, that should kill a good chunk of time and be pretty fun as well.
It's a good opportunity to hone your skills. You can make notes of the light at specific times of the day and see what kind of different shots you can get with similar light at different times, and then compare. And then you can take that out of the house once you've finished the quarantine lockdown period and be an awesome photographer.
An expert, some would say.
Number 14, get your old travel guides out and have a look through them. I can guarantee you that you've not read them cover to cover. Certainly we haven't, and actually we bought travel guides or inherited travel guides that we've never even really touched. What I'm hoping to do is use this time actually to crack through some of that reading and get some inspiration for those places that are a little bit undiscovered in the guide. I'm particularly looking forward to cracking through my grandpa's old Lake District guides, just because it's directly on our doorstep.
Number 15, write a blog post about your favorite travel destination. Now you don't have to publish this on a blog, you could put it in as an Instagram caption, you could just share it with your like friends and family, but do a mini guide to the place that you love the most and set out all the things that you love the most about it. If you don't want to put this somewhere public, that's totally fine. I've got a private email going about Prague. Yeah, because I'm from Prague, whenever anyone asks me what to do in Prague, I just send them this like email that I've put together, and I keep adding things whenever I go somewhere cool.
It's good to write about the things that you enjoy, because it's good for the old mental health too.
In a way, you kind of like relive it a little bit too, when you explain to somebody the reasons that you love a particular cafe or really enjoy a particular walk.
Okay, number 16, we've kind of touched on this already, but lockdown is a good time for documentary film. It's kind of like watching film, but it's a more fact-based film. But genuinely, there's some good documentaries out there. Personally, I like a good history documentary. History is really essential for the traveller, I'd say. There's a fantastic series, for example, about the Vietnam War on Netflix, which I would recommend to you. I think it really whets your appetite for a little bit of travel over there.
And if you're not that much into your history, you could go down the natural route. Go through a series of David Attenborough, through some Nat Geo ones. There's some really, really good ones out there.
Okay, number 17 is pick up the old phone, turn on the old laptop, and talk to someone about your experiences or about their travel experiences. I think during this time of lockdown, one of the things we've noticed is we're actually talking to more people that we haven't been as in touch with, talking about different experiences and getting ideas from them. Actually, you don't have to just talk to people you know as well. You can get online travel forums and get to know some new people too.
Instagram is great for that. Just slide into the DMs. You know, all those travelers are at home just on their phones, so they'll be responding to your questions.
Nothing to do. It's a great time to get chatting. Eliska stands ready to receive gram questions.
Number 18, if you are allowed to go outside, so the UK lockdown isn't as strict as in some other countries, so we're still allowed to go outside for our one daily walk, and we have taken to walking as far as we can get in whatever amount of time we've got in that particular day. We've gone pretty far down the Rochdale Canal from the centre of Manchester into God only knows where.
One day we will get to Rochdale. Rochdale Canal, interesting canal by the way. 92 locks, connects Manchester with Yorkshire. What a canal.
Niche knowledge that nobody asked for.
Lombrero 19.
Not a word.
You can do this from your window, you can do this from a walk, but observe nature. In some ways, we're fortunate that we're in lockdown at the start of spring in the Northern Hemisphere, because you can observe spring blooming. I sit at my desk and I watch the magpies building the nest. That's super nice.
We've made friends with some geese as well.
Friends with geese.
Well, we think we're friends. They just hissed at us, but it's fine. Okay, and number 20, a personal favorite is you can't travel to the destination, but you can bring the destination to you. So cook your international dishes, look up a recipe from that place that you weren't able to go to this month because you're on lockdown. I personally like to bring a bit of home here because I live in England. I'm half Czech, half Vietnamese. Love cooking a bit of Vietnamese food, a bit of Czech food. Always takes me back to my mum's kitchen.
One of the big reasons we travel is the food and the cuisine, so there's nothing stopping you actually when you've got a bit more time on your hands trying to recreate that.
Alright guys, those were our 20 ideas of things to do to cure your wanderlust when you're stuck at home as a traveler or as somebody who just enjoys getting out of the house, really. If you have other suggestions, then leave them in the comments below. We'd love to read them.
Also, if you write one of those blog posts or make one of those videos,
yeah,
put it in the comments.
Link them below.
I want to see that stuff, you know?
Remember to subscribe if you would like more quarantine content from us.
Travel tubers, signing out. Right, bye.
Bye guys.
Subscribe for more of the best content you'll find on any tube online on DAB Digital
Water
Radio.
Tubes,
This
the
is
gas tubes,
travel tubes.
the sewer tubes,
The ovarian tubes. Subscribe for all the best content you'll find on any tube, anywhere, anytime. It's travel tube.